Oh, well, this is bound to ruffle a few feathers. Let's begin. The article says that 3/4 of motorists believe that drivers over 70 should take regular, mandatory fit to drive tests in order to keep their licence, according to a new survey. More than half, 51% of road users though, thought drivers should have to surrender their licence altogether, regardless of their health and fitness, when they hit an advanced age. A further 12% of survey respondents believe that this should happen at some point in a person's early 80s. That idea, perhaps unsurprisingly, carried less favour with people in older age brackets. More than half, 55% of over 70s asked, said that no such law should be introduced, although a third said it was a good idea. Asked whether drivers aged 70 or over should have mandatory health and fitness checks in order to keep their licence, 77% of people said yes. Almost 2/3 of respondents over 70 said they were in favour of being tested. Currently, drivers over 70 have to renew their licence every 3 years, but do not have any mandatory health or fitness tests to do so. Now, whilst admittedly people's brains do get a little bit slower the older they get, kind of like my boss for example, I think the very suggestion of taking away people's freedom to drive when they reach a certain age is completely unacceptable, because as you get older you'll probably rely on that car more and more. So let's get on to the other suggestion, the health check every few years option. Whilst that may sound like a good idea in theory, because let's face it, we all want people to stay safe on the roads, there's two issues here. Firstly, it may cause a lot of backlogs for people, all depending on where it's carried out. If it's at a doctor's or hospital, that's going to cause backlogs, isn't it? Especially for people who generally do need to see a doctor about a very urgent condition, instead of just getting a tick all clear for driving. If it's at the DVSA test centre, then of course that's going to cause a mountain of backlogs for potential new drivers. And let's not forget, young drivers also do cause a lot of issues on the road, due to inexperience, I'm guessing. I have heard in the past that a certain few people have said, oh, wouldn't it be good if drivers, no matter what age, are tested every 10 years just to make sure they're up to standard? And I'm guessing those people probably aren't drivers themselves. And whilst it is good that everyone wants everyone to be safe on the road, I think in general the only way that is bound to happen is when every car talks Wi-Fi to each other by themselves and there's no human input whatsoever. And yes, I know Teslas are rolling out a few things to do with that, but to be honest, I can't see that really being mainstream, properly working on every single road, allowing for roadworks and things like that. And not forgetting kamikaze pedestrians, of course, due to the new highway code changes that were announced last year. That could be who knows how far away, maybe 20, 50, 100 years, or maybe even as long as it takes me to get to 100,000 subscribers. Although if you do fancy helping me out with that, then why not click that subscribe button down there? Thanks. It is estimated that 3/4 of all adults in the UK aged 70 and above hold a full driving licence, up from 59% in 2012 and from just 75% in 2002. According to new data from the Driver and Vehicle Standards Agency, the DVSA, the number of driving tests taken by those aged 50 and older has increased by 259% in the last year. Around 3.5 times as many tests taken by this age group in the 2021 to 22 period than the previous 12 months. And it has been estimated that there will be more than 1 million drivers over the age of 85 on UK roads by 2025, with motoring groups calling for change to protect elderly drivers. And hopefully in this video, it could be music to every single driver's ears with this good news. Anyway, subscribe for more and I'll see you in the next one.